is Friday, the 6th of April. May. Sorry. Friday the 6th of May. And here we are, back again. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Annette. You can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Facebook, at NetMotherBear. I'm mainly on Instagram. That's where I tend to hang out. This is my 5th podcast, hopefully a short one because I do tend to waffle on a little bit. Before I start, because I was conscious actually last time that I haven't actually thanked anybody. I don't think I have anyway. I haven't thanked you for your support and liking and subscribing to my channel and actually turning up and watching it. So it really does mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I think the light's gone suddenly very strange. Light's coming through. Is that better? I don't edit these, you might be able to tell. I'm at my son's. I wanted to do a podcast at my son's because I wanted to just show you a couple of my blankets that I've made. I don't know if you know, but I'm mainly crochet. Well, bit of a long story. I always used to knit. I won't go into that again because I've done that on my other podcast. So I always used to knit years ago. They've got a dog. It's just appeared sniffing at me. And then I hung up my knitting needles and I crocheted. And I've crocheted for a good few years now. And you see he's in my bag. I've got a few patterns out there, and thanks to anyone who's purchased one and all you know who's made anything. I'd love to see photos, by the way. If ever you've got any photographs, I'd love to see them. Don't tend to see many photographs, and I've sold quite a few patterns. I never see any photos, never get any feedback. Maybe people just buy them and bin them. Hope not. So I'll start by showing you why I wanted to do this podcast at my son's, because I wanted to show you the baby blankets, which are here, and also I wanted to show you Peter Rabbit. I didn't design Peter Rabbit. Yeah, it's a crochet pattern. Yeah, I made this Peter Rabbit, and my grandson takes him everywhere. And I've turned up here today and he's not here, so he's obviously with him at nursery. My chin looks really strange in this picture. Anyway, video. Yes, so I haven't got Peter Rabbit to show you. I wanted to show you Peter Rabbit because I want to make Mrs. Rabbit, and I don't know why, I just want to. Anyway, I'm waffling again. So first of all, I will show you this one first. This isn't my design, but I'll show you this. My lovely mum made this. And this is her second attempt at crochet, bless her. She couldn't crochet, she didn't know how to crochet. And one day, she was keeping it secret, she didn't want me to know. When I went over one day, and she was being really weird. And she was like, I've got to go out at 2 o'clock. And my mum hardly ever goes anywhere. And I'm like, where are you going, Mum? What, why can't you tell me? She said, no, I can't say. And off she toddled, and I was going to follow her. But I thought I won't. It turned out she was going to a crochet class, bless her, learning to crochet. I'm like, why didn't you ask me to teach you? But she wanted to surprise me. She wanted to be able to crochet and then surprise me. So yeah, her love of crochet started through mine, really, and she's still crocheting now. She's 83, I think, bless her. I hope I haven't added on a year there, Mum. Sure, she's 83. So she does squares mainly. She's not very adventurous. Well, I'll tell you something in a minute. But she's not usually very adventurous, so she started off with the usual square. She didn't do very well, nearly abandoned it. She hasn't got much self-confidence, bless her. But so anyway, she persevered. And this was her second attempt. And honestly, I think it's amazing. We were expecting a grandchild in 2019, is that right? 2019, I think he was born. I'm so bad at birthdays. Dreadful. He's 2 in March, just gone, so do the maths. He was a lockdown baby. So we both crocheted him a blanket, so this was hers. Isn't it lovely? So nice. She kept it all wrapped up, and when she was making it, she does it with all the crochet, she keeps it all really clean, tidy, and you can't touch it. So when I go over, I pretend I've got greasy fingers and I've just had a bag of crisps. I'm like, let me see you crochet, Mum. And she's like, no, you can't see it. Anyway, that was my mum's. Oh yeah, she's recently ventured onto a cardigan. She's making a cardigan for I bought her a shawl pattern and some sheepies yarn, the whirl, for Mother's Day a couple of years ago, but she couldn't get into it. It was too difficult, too fingering yarn she couldn't cope with. So anyway, she wants to venture on from squares now. So for Mother's Day again, I've got her a pattern. I can't remember who it's by. I have put a photo on my Instagram of her progress so far. It's a big long strip because it's an all-in-one cardigan, but she's dead chuffed with it. I never thought she'd master it. I really didn't. I went over and I thought, oh, I won't tell her how tricky this is. I'll keep, I'll keep it low key. And I had to blow the pattern up for her huge. And anyway, she's persevering. She's doing well with it. She's loving it. So it's really nice. Really lovely that people enjoy crafting, crochet, knitting. So this was my blanket for Albie Bear. Is this the right way round? There is a right and a wrong way. I think that's the right way. So I crocheted this. Can you see? Because of the light. It's got two. So soft. This was Darramore's yarn, but they're not going anymore. Was it Darramore's yarn? Should know, I designed it. I think it was yes, it was Darramore's yarn, and then the colour was discontinued and I had to put another colour substitute, and now the yarn's been discontinued. But basically you can substitute it for any yarn. You could do double knit, Aran weight, whatever you fancy. But this was their baby soft, and it is soft, and it's been through the washer that many times. So I think Sirdar do a good baby yarn. Anyway, so that's my baby blanket design. I call this the footprint baby blanket, or is it footsteps baby blanket? I don't know, my mind's shot away today. I was going to say what yarn it is as well. I can't actually remember. I think it's double knit. I don't know. I'd have to have a look at the pattern. I'm so sorry. I didn't plan this, did I? So can you see that? It's quite big. It's got a different. It's only a half double crochet and a bobbly kind of stitch. I think there's only 2 stitches involved by memory, and that one's a different one as well, the edging. So it keeps blowing out on the light. Yeah, I've done really well with this pattern. So again, thank you to everyone who's purchased it. I can't believe how many of these I've sold. This is my bread and butter. It really is. This pays for my wool. Because it's just, I can't believe how many of them. I need to do another one. In fact, I did do another one, I'll show you, but this hasn't been successful at all. I don't think I've sold any of these. And my son loves this, but hey, not to everyone's taste, is it? So this is one I made him. I make him well, I've only made him the 2 blankets, but my plan is to make him blankets to do, for patterns for design. This is Caron yarns. They're soft. Caron soft something. Caron, C-A-R-O-N. That's how you pronounce it. Anyway, that's my giraffe blanket. He loves it. I think it's cute. Nobody else likes it because nobody's bought one. But hey, never mind. Half the fun of designing is just the making, really. I never ever thought I'd sell a pattern, full stop. So yeah, I'm still shocked. I had 7 sales. I remember I had 7 sales on Etsy, and I was like so excited. I was like, oh my god, I've sold 7 patterns. And yeah, and I did quite well with Darramore's, but they've shut down now, which is a shame. Anyway, digressing. I don't want this to be a salesy YouTube at all podcast. No, I really don't. So sorry, I want to just share my crafts and just things I make with you. So what have I got to show you now? I don't want it to be salesy, but the 2 things I want to show you, my whips, are what I'm designing, my own designs. But anyway, we'll just ignore that. This one, I want your advice on, really. I think I've shown you this before. I'm designing this, and I want it to be like an asymmetrical shawl, getting bigger and bigger. But I don't know. I'm not sure of the contrast. Can you see? I don't think I've picked my colours very well. I've got 2 skeins of this, and then I've got the denim blue, and I've got a mustard and like a pinky colour, and I was going to graduate, so I was going to keep the swallows in the the purpley colour and then kind of like graduate into the two other colours, but it's not sitting well with me. And I think I showed you last time as well what I did, yeah, I think in my second video. It's also a bit tight. That's not going to block out. I know it's my sample, but that's always going to bug me. You see that? I need a more stretchier. I'm so chuffed with the back as well. Look at that, how neat that is. Oh. But yeah, I showed you in my second video the pattern that I do. So I do it on graph paper, and I didn't anticipate these swallows, which are so tiny here, are massive on the graph paper, and it's just getting so big it's unmanageable. And then I thought, well, never mind, I'll write the pattern up and I just won't do a chart. I'll just do it row by row. Some people prefer that, don't they? I actually do, because I do the charts and then I write out row by row anyway. But yeah, I don't know. And I've recently been watching YouTube videos on the Norwegian thimble, knitting thimble, you know, when it's got, put it on there and it's got 2 hoops. Because with this I have to knit, and I can't do it continental style because I've only just learned how to knit continental. So I'm knitting away, and I'm having to twist it as I go, and I get in a mess, and I don't like it. It's just bugging me. I don't want to pick it up. So I really want to have a go at this Norwegian knitting thimble, and like being able to just, you know, swap my colours. I've got a colourwork sweater to do. It's not all colourwork, but the top round here is a colourwork. Boiler Knitworks. My second pattern of theirs I bought, and I haven't started either of them, but they're both calling me. But yeah, it's got colourwork, and that's why I'm dying to start it, because I really want to have a go at colourwork. And then I've bought Unwind Knitwear's pattern as well, the Bridgerton sweater. I love that. I've been watching that for ages. So she had a sale on, was it last weekend or the weekend before? She had so much off her patterns. I did promote it for her. Yeah, so I bought that because I've had my eye on that for ages. So that one's calling me as well, but I can't really part my Boiler Knitworks when I've had it. So, and I've got the yarn for Boiler Knitworks. So anyway, going back to this, what I would like to do, I think, if I frog it, whip it out, whatever you say, is do kind of like a tubular cowl. So go with the same pattern. I'd obviously have to do my graphs differently. Go with a tubular cowl so you won't see the back, and then working in the round, you can use this thimble, because I figured out, I don't know whether you can purl with, whether you can come back on yourself. So this is knit to purl. This is, although it's on a circular needle, you're going backwards and forwards. And I think it'd be, for me anyway, to learn to do the colour work, knitting is going to be too difficult to purl. So I might reinvent this as a tubular cowl. But I'm not sure about the colours. I don't know whether to abandon the blue, go for more a neutral like a grey or a cream, and then stick with my purple birdies, because I like the purple. I'll just show you that. It's Cuxton Crafts, the lovely Claire. She's closed her website down at the moment, and I did watch a video she was doing the other day. She's got an amazing house by the looks, lovely in Scotland. I love Scotland. Yeah, and so she's expanding and looks very exciting. Yeah, check her out. So that's Cuxton Crafts in that lovely, beautiful colour. I'm really into my purples. You see, I've got purple hair at the moment. It's faded loads actually. So I'm into my purple. I don't actually know whether I like it. I want to go a bit lighter. Anyway, that smells lovely. Doesn't have that sheepy smell. Just has a smell. It's so soft. It's England weight 4-ply, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, and 10% cashmere. There you go. That's why it's soft. And it's aubergine, 400 meters, 100 gram. Lovely, isn't it? So I say I've got that. I think I bought I bought the same, the cashmere and all of them. So I've got 2 of these. One denim, the blue. One like a mustardy colour. I can't remember what it's called. And like a raspberry colour. And I really don't think that's going to stand out on the raspberry. So it'll make a lovely unwind knitwear's Bridgerton sweater, wouldn't he? Oh dear. Right, okay, I digress. I'll put that down. This is my current whip I'm trying to finish. Again, this is one of my designs. Sorry, not being salesy. This will, if I publish this or finish it, it will be my first knitwear pattern. So go easy on me, please. I'd like testers when I've finished it, but I'm a bit scared to ask people. I did one of my shawls, I had testers on. It's the only thing I've ever had a tester on. And it was a bit overwhelming, but I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it professionally on the Ravelry group, and I know someone who I want to test for me. Don't know whether I should say on here. Who am I putting under pressure? Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit. So my brain keeps going, I want to ask her to test for me. Shh. I don't know whether she will, but I'm not brave enough. She's really getting famous now. Little old me asking her to test. Anyway, I might be brave and ask her when I finish it. So this is, I want it to be a crescent kind of shape with the lace work going up the sides. It will be nice when it's blocked out. Can you see it's got like a crisscrossy effect. That's actually as wide as it's going to go now because I've weighed the yarn. I've got 100 gram ball, and I want to do just a one skein shawl, and that's halfway. I'm at the halfway point. So I'm not quite sure actually now. I may have gone a little bit too far with this, being I'm at the halfway point. I might have to rip it back maybe and bring it up here. I don't know, because that's just getting to my neck. My other, can you see it repeats across? The twisty bit repeats across, and it's just starting again there. So I don't know. Because I've got to start bringing it back in. I've got to start decreasing to get the shape. Unless I just keep going up and doing like a triangle shape, like a, you know, so it gets wider and wider and wider. What do you think? Comments, please. Comments. I do appreciate comments. Any feedback? Anyone who wants to bother me and talk to me? Yeah, please. I'm always so appreciative. I'm like, oh my God, someone wants to talk to me. But yeah, what do you think? Shall I keep going bigger and bigger? Oh, you can see the twisty bit there now at the bottom, can't you? Can you see that? How come you can see that at the bottom but you can't see it at the top? It is there. Anyway, this was from, I've shown you this before, I'm sure. This was from a lady, Urban Pearl, the Urban Pearl on Instagram. And I had my yarn off her for my boiler knitwork. I can't remember the name of the sweater. She's actually made it herself. And Thea Coleman, I've saw her, she's made it. It's got flowers, it's really nice. Can't for the life of me remember what it's called, but yeah, fell in love with that. So I bought the yarn off the Urban Pearl to make that. I think she does kits. Again, I'm probably repeating myself, sorry. Look at my little sheep marker. I bought that from Wonderwool, Wales, a couple of weekends ago. I have shown you that before. Talking of yarn fairs, there's this weekend it's Buxton, which isn't too far from me. Buxton Wool Gathering, I think it's called. I'm so tempted, so tempted. It's not running tomorrow and Sunday, but tomorrow I'm babysitting, so that's out. Sunday's free. I might ask Steve if he fancies being dragged to Buxton, and I can leave him sat in a pub for a few hours. I don't know. I really want to go. I could do another podcast about it. I know I'll spend, that's the problem. And I haven't been working because I haven't been very well. I won't bore you with that, but I've really not been very well. Last 2 weeks have been really crap. So I haven't picked up any extra shifts. It's been shit. Sorry. Yeah, see, like this weekend, I'd usually Sundays. I missed Easter weekend. Good money, Easter, couldn't work. So I can't really afford to spend. Anyway, I could just go look, couldn't I, and get some photos and then share it all with you. Any excuse. I'm fiddling about with this as I'm talking. This is a lovely little stitch marker. Can you see that? Little leaf, little blue leaf. I love blue as well. Looks like a bluey green. This is more blue. The picture makes it look green. Let me see. I joined the sock club by The Love of Yarn. For the love of yarn. She's on Instagram. I found her. I think I found her on Yorkshire Yarn Fest, one of theirs. Stumbled upon her anyway. So I joined her sock club for the month, and April's has finally came. Not her fault. There was problems with the post. Bless her. She had to. It never arrived at all, so she had to send it out again. So she's out of pocket. Felt awful. And then I had trouble. I asked the Royal Mail to leave it, and they didn't. And it's just been a nightmare. Royal Mail, honestly. Anyway, it's arrived today after I had to chase the post lady down. So her sock of the month club. What does she call it? She calls it something. She doesn't call it sock club, I don't think. She calls it something. I've forgotten now. Anyway, it's a sock club, the monthly sock club. So you get a pattern and a skein of yarn and a little stitch marker. I didn't know you got a stitch marker. Anyway, this is my pattern. Can you see that? Ironically, I've never made a pair of socks. I really want to make a pair of socks. And this is by this lady. I have no idea who she is. I need to find her on Instagram, but I was in a rush to come out and say I had to chase the post lady down. So I've not really had a chance to find her on Instagram yet. It doesn't say too much on here where she is. I presume she's on Instagram. Karen Burnett, knitwear designer. They look lovely socks actually. They look achievable for me for my first pair. And this is the yarn I got with my sock of the month club. So exciting, isn't it? Lovely, lovely and soft. And it is 100 gram merino nylon sock, 400 meters, 3mm hook it says. And that's that lady, For the Love of Yarn. Don't know her name. She's very nice, very helpful. So I got that pattern and that lovely little stitch marker, which I've already started using. Didn't have time to look this lady up, but I've had time to start using my stitch marker. I thought I'd just go do a row, so I pop my stitch marker in the middle before I come out. Justin's poo dog was plaiting his legs, waiting to be let out. But the knitting is more important. And while I was on her site, I had to have that. Isn't that cute? So bright. Oh my, can you see? It's blowing out on the day can. Yeah, that is as bright as it is. It's wow. Not my colours, really. I don't know what it was. I saw this on her website and I just thought, oh, I love that. I think her son designed it. I'm not sure. Maybe she does things with the children. I don't really know. But it's called Callum's Phoenix. And I think her son designed it. And it was a dye to order and I just loved it. And I say it's not my colours. I do really love it. I think it's really funky. And actually, I want to make these socks in that because it's really sock. This is what, when I saw it, I thought, oh, I'd make a real cool pair of socks. So, yeah, I think I'm going to make the socks in that and save this gorgeous pink because I'm really into my pinks. Or something else. Don't know. But, yeah, I love that. Isn't it lovely? Did I tell you what it is? It's the same. 100 gram merino nylon sock, 400 meters. It's lovely. I love the purples. Ticks my boxes. I can't wait to open it and see how it graduates. Some speckled bits there going on. It's going to be really exciting. Oh look, and actually when you pull it out, I've not seen that. Lovely. Really nice, but it's predominantly, it's this dark. I love this purple. That's really nice. It does look like it's going to be, oh, actually thinking about it, I bet that if I made that a shawl, it looks like it's going to be kind of like one colour one end and then the darker colour the other, doesn't it? You might lose that in a pair of socks. I'll have to see when I wind it. Is that what you call it, wind it? I'm not used to all these technical terms. So that's it for the knitting. and the crochet, 25 minutes, that's good for me. I just wanted to share though before I go, my little bears. Back in 1993, when my son was born, I bought a bear kit. And from then on in, I've been making bears. Now, I used to go all over the country to bear fairs with my mum. We had some laughs, we really did. And I sold my bears to shops. And yeah, I did it for years. I was on a calendar once, pin-up girl, hey. I can't remember who that was for. In the Berry World. Yeah, Berry World's another world. And then I stopped making for many years. Don't know why. And then I picked it up again and couldn't really get back into it. And I don't think I've ever made any of my children a bear. That's really bad, isn't it? Stacey does tell me off for it, but hey. So just lately, I've been dabbling with my bears. I've got them on Etsy. I've got a few. And this is my latest design. I've got that many heads that I just can't get the head shape right. I'm just not happy with the look. It's not what I'm after. I make a head and I abandon it. Steve really gets his hair off with me. He doesn't understand my obsession for it has to be right. If it's not right, it doesn't show the light of day. Anyway, this is my new head shape. Sorry for non-beary people, but it's quite an art. To get the shape, and I won't bore you with it. But this is Ralph. Can you see Ralph? And I waxed his nose. Now, I did do nose waxing years ago, but I can't remember how to do it. Honestly, my head, I just can't remember anything. I'm so forgetful. So I had to Google again, YouTube, trying to figure out how on earth I used to wax a nose. I don't know. And I figured out a technique. You can't quite see. Now, it's a little bit like there's some tiny little dents in it, but I actually like that. And it's not too shiny. I don't like waxed shiny noses. And then I've kind of put some shading on his face and around his eyes and in his ear holes. He's got his little claws embroidered on. So he's from Mohair, an Ivory Mohair. He's got his tag. And then his lovely little cute knitted jumper. Isn't this cute? And this drove me mad. How difficult is it to make a jumper for a bear? My God, very. Without a pattern. Oh, spent 3 nights on that. And there's his, can you see that? I've embroidered his feet. It's back to front, isn't it, on here? Is it? Bear hugs. Is it back to front? I don't know. It looks back to front to me, but will it be back to front to you when you're seeing it? I'm talking complete rubbish now, aren't I? So that's him. And his little friend. Light really is. He's not finished. Because I think I want to make him a hat, knit him a hat the same as this, or a scarf, or I don't know, he needs something. He's naked at the minute, so he's not ready. And I shall embroider his feet as well. But he's cute, isn't he? So that's those. They're heavy, I weight them. So that one will be going on Etsy. I'm sorry, sales plug-in, bit of salesy again. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, that's Ralph. And he hasn't got a name yet. Any ideas for a name? He's got his shading on his face as well. So he's pretty much finished. He just needs some clothes and maybe a bit of embroidery on his feet. Don't know what to put on his feet yet. Yeah. So I'm happy with those head shapes. It's all about the nose. Yeah, so any advice, please? A name for him? What else did I want to know? Oh yeah, this. What should I do with this? I'm ripping it out either way. Because I'm not enjoying making it. I'm not enjoying having to fiddle about, cross the stitches, wrap the yarn at the back every single stitch, driving me insane. I want a round tubular, but it's the colours. What should I do with the colours, or shall I just scrap it and use the colours on that gorgeous unwind knitwear sweater? And then what should I do with this? Shall I start decreasing? Or shall I keep going and make it wider and wider and wider and wider so you get more of these? Because the idea was that this came up a little bit more, so you saw a bit more of this twisty bit, and then it started to the crescent shape back round the decreases. And I don't think the yarn's going to be, it's just not going to be enough yarn for a 1 skein, probably for a 2, but not, well, definitely for a 2, but not a 1. Seeing the stretch in that, it's going to block out lovely. I'm dead chuffed with that. Woohoo, my first knitwear design. Oh yeah, thumbnail. I want a thumbnail. I don't know how to do this. Ruth, I've been watching Ruth Loves to Knit's podcast, and she goes, can this be my thumbnail? So I'm going to go. And she pauses. Is that how you do a thumbnail? Tried. Let's try this one. What else? What about that one? Please give me a decent thumbnail, YouTube, because I don't know how to do it. Oh no, that's terrible. Nope. Sorry. I should edit these, shouldn't I? So I'm going to go. Just a quick one that was. My son will be back in a moment and he'll wonder what on earth I'm doing. Bentley's asleep on the settee. Can you see him? Bentley. I'll leave him asleep because he's a pest. Yeah, so thank you for dropping by if you watch this, and thank you for subscribing. I've got 30 something subscribers now. I'm shocked. YouTube doesn't tell you when you get subscribers. I just look and I'm like, wow, it's gone up from 23. I think I'd got to 30 something now. I'm like, who are all these people? And I've had comments. I've had nice comments. A couple of ladies went to Wonderwool, and yeah, some nice people. Cheers you up to be able to just connect with people. Yeah, so if you're looking for a good podcast, watch Ruth Loves to Knit. She's really nice. I actually used to, she does, I'm being careful what I say now because she doesn't like being called religious. She's not religious, she's got faith. She's got a faith, that's what she says. I used to skip that bit. She says she does pre-warn you, and I used to disappear, but I don't know, feeling how I felt just lately. I felt really low and really crappy, and I've got things going on, and I don't know, I've watched it and she's resonated with me somehow. She's made me all emotion. I shed a tear. Just felt like really, I don't know, she's so nice. I usually avoid religious stuff like the plague. I'm sorry for those who do have faith and do believe. I'm not knocking it. I think it's amazing because it's nice to have something to believe in, isn't it? But yeah, I quite enjoy her. Listen to a donkey story on the last one, and then I've watched a podcast today, a new one. I can't for the life of me tell you. Since I've been ill the last few weeks, my brain doesn't work. I think I've just had overload with uni exams. It's just switched off. I've got Knit Together with Kim and Jonah to watch. I got all excited because theirs was 10 o'clock today, but it's 10 o'clock European time. I don't know what time that is. EDT, did it say? I've not a clue. I went on their channel and I thought, what's going on? I thought they were releasing their podcast today, but it's the wrong time, so we're probably behind them, are we? I don't know. Is it 10 o'clock tonight? Who knows? But it's today at some point, so I will watch it. Who else have I been watching? Skane Deer Knits, I watched hers. Oh, see, I can't remember. I've been watching a few. I sound really lazy, don't I? All I do is watch podcasts. But since I've not been very well, all weekend, gosh, I was in so much pain. I couldn't even really concentrate on podcasts, but it just kept me going. I couldn't do a lot. And then this week I've just felt washed out, so I've bibbed and bobbed onto podcasts. Drove Stephen mad because he's not a fan. And he likes his woodworking podcasts, and I don't like those. I've got my trousers on today, look, that I made. I'm not going to stand because I'm really fat. That's another thing with this rheumatoid arthritis. Does anyone suffer with rheumatoid? It's awful. I'm so bloated. There's such a weight gain I've got. I can't shift it. I was on the shakes. Oh, bloody given up. What's the point? I'm just so swollen everywhere. My boobs are massive. Sorry. I'm conscious as I'm talking to you all. I think, God, I look massive. Yes, it just isn't me at all. I've had to go up a bra size. I'm fat and painful. It's horrible. Anyway, I'm not going to moan. I'll show you my trousers, shall I? If you put up with my fat belly. I made these. Oh gosh, they're really creased. Made these last year. Look at this. And I actually put pockets in. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's going to be my thumbnail now, isn't it? God, I thought there was someone stood there then. That freaked me out. It's the shape of their oven. Isn't it weird being in someone else's house? It's a bit, ooh, when I have to babysit at night, I get a bit freaked out. Anyway, yeah, I thought probably my son stood there laughing at me. Anyway, right, I'm going to go because I'm waffling and, yes. Anyone who wants to make these trousers, by the way, you probably don't from my backside being in the screen. Fibre Mood. Fibre Mood, I love their patterns. Again, I had a fad of sewing last year and then that's gone by the by, but I do fancy now nicer weather making something. I need some skirts. Anyway, I'm going waffling. Thank you so much. I really appreciate anybody who watches this, anybody who wants to drop me a line. Again, you can find me on Instagram, NetMotherBear, Ravelry, Lovecraft, Etsy. My shop name is Nettie's Knots. Oh, I didn't want to end it with a salesy bit. Sorry. Yeah, just connect with me. I'm not here for you to buy from me. Really not. It's just lovely to connect with people. Okay, I'm going to go. Thank you again. And all take care. Hope you're all keeping well. Any advice on rheumatoid, again, drop me a comment. And hope you're all okay. There's something floating about behind me. That's pretty weird. I tell you, this house freaks me out. Anyway, I'm going. Okay, bye.